So hi everybody, welcome to our second podcast. Our show's already a success because we've made it to show number 2, so we're really happy about that. And obviously it's our New Year podcast, so we want to wish everybody a happy New Year, don't we, Pat?
Yeah, happy New Year,
And
all the wealth and health.
And all the rest, of course, which is what we're here for. And so say cheers to that. We don't have a drink yet.
Sorry about that. I'm sorry.
We always have a drink.
I'll just mix you one of my special.
And we're going to talk today about 2009, what's happened this year, and our subject for later is nutrition and so forth. So as soon as Pat's got me a drink, but
I'll tell you later. To that later.
so we've got a cocktail of Red Bull and mineral water, which I'm sure Pat's going to tell us about later. But
I will, yes.
Great, excellent.
Just
so
try it first of all.
yeah, cheers, Pat.
Cheers.
Right, enough said about that. Excellent. So 2009, Pat. What was your highlights of 2009?
Interesting year, wasn't it? The majors were weird, really. They were not as we expected, really.
Disappointing, maybe? Disappointing 2009?
A little bit, but very interesting too. I mean, Cabrera winning the Masters.
Yeah. I'll tell you what was actually interesting about Cabrera winning the Masters. Not so much Cabrera beating Kenny Perry and Chad Campbell in a playoff. It was more Woods and Mickelson playing that, almost like head game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where I think they just played each other out of the tournament. I mean, I thought that was interesting.
It definitely was. I think if they would have actually played for the win, it would have been even more interesting. But that's the way it is. And Tiger just came back from his injury, so
yeah, yeah, absolutely. More about Tiger later. US Open came next.
What about the US Open? I mean,
Bethpage. We've all played it on the computer.
Again, a winner where you thought, where does he come from?
Lucas Glover. Where does he actually come from? Lucas Glover. Yeah, I mean, wow, whatever. I tell you, but I mean, David Duval. That was the thing, wasn't it? I mean,
he just came from nowhere.
Yeah.
He just.
You want to think $500,000 for the US Open, and that was like 90% of his earnings all year. So, although I thought he was great. I mean, I was really pleased to see him.
Yeah, I was as well. Pretty interesting
swing. Well, yeah, absolutely, yeah. PGA? You know, the PGA also interesting.
The PGA, yeah, I mean, Wei Yang won against Tiger. I couldn't believe he actually pulled that off against him. I thought he'll break down in the last few holes, but he just pulled it through and he hit some amazing shots too.
Yeah, he did. I mean, won by 3 shots, which awesome. Playing against Tiger pretty much. Yeah. It was either Tiger falling away or him doing the business, whichever it was. But amazing. I actually even fell asleep and thought, well, Tiger's going to win anyway. And I woke up thinking, oh my God,
yeah.
Wei Yang's won again. Who's he? Another one. Then the Open Championship.
That was just awesome, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. And was it a shame that Watson didn't win? Was it a shame?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think everybody who wanted Watson to win, but for golf itself, I think it probably was better that he didn't win because just the young people coming up, and what does that say about the new golf? I mean,
yeah. I think you're probably right. As it happened, it was great. I mean, obviously, it was the scene of the duel in the sun, Turnberry, Watson, and all the rest of it. I mean, it was awesome. I was there myself, and it was pretty awesome. But I think you're probably right in the end. Yeah. So that was the majors. Westwood won the race to Dubai, obviously.
How good did he play last round?
Awesome.
Unbelievable.
He's played so well this year, actually. Westwood. He's probably one of my favourites for this year. And Tiger won the FedEx Cup
after his injury as well. I mean, I think he won 6 or 7 tournaments.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive, really.
No major, but I mean, having said that, FedEx Cup, I mean, just proved how good he is at everything, including women, which is awesome. But I think we've talked about it a lot, actually, the Tiger thing, and we're awesome Tiger fans. I mean, we think he's awesome, and to be honest, I mean, my view is if he was we talked about it, if he was a rock star or or a footballer, people say, well, only six women, you know, so what, you know. Maybe it's not the best thing in the world. I don't know what you think, but to be honest, he's a golfer. I love him because he's the best golfer in the world, and to be honest, what he does in his private life is really not my doing.
I don't care at all, and I mean, to be honest, he's a multi-millionaire. He's really fucking and all that, and
it would get 6 women.
Exactly.
Yeah, but nevertheless, I hope he comes back soon because. Really, all of us, we all are in the golf business, and we know we've got Tiger Woods to thank really for making golf what it is, right? So there you go.
I mean, you saw it last year when he had his injury.
Right.
60% of the people watch golf pulled out. I mean, it's scary.
Yeah.
And
maybe he's making these things up to have time off. You know, it's like people who pretend they're sick and don't come into work. He just every year he's going to do something just to have some time off. You know, it might be an idea. So that was 2009. Interesting golf year. Looking forward to 2010. Incidentally, 2010 great majors. US Open at Pebble Beach, Open Championship at St Andrews. So that's going to be awesome. Yeah.
Would you love to go to that?
I will do in fact. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be there. So then New Year. So New Year's resolutions. Have you got any New Year's resolutions?
I think everybody has their New Year's things, and especially food after Christmas. You know, you eat so much and you want to eat better and stuff. Then probably fitness as well and these kind of things. And as we're talking about food, I think we should just tell the people what they should do on the golf course.
Nutrition, yeah, it's a big subject, and I always used to struggle with it when I was a junior golfer or a young pro, when I had a tee-off time about, those funny ones about 10:30, 11 o'clock, where, you've had a big breakfast early, practiced, gone out, and then realised after 9 holes I'm absolutely starving, and then you just eat anything because you're so hungry. What are our tips on nutrition? What would you say?
Well, my tip would definitely be have some kind of nuts in your bag.
Like Tiger, you mean?
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
Okay.
Have water.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, after 9 holes, you want to eat something. So, what would be good is something like the Eat Natural food bars, for example.
We love Eat Natural, don't we?
But we do, yeah.
Do we love Eat Natural?
They're
right,
great.
let's have one.
Okay.
Yeah, we love these. They taste so nice, and
one right now.
I do, yeah. Interestingly, they're available on our website, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah. What a coincidence.
Ledbetter.de, yeah.
Ledbetter.de, in the shop you can get these, and they taste great. Yeah. So while I eat this, you perhaps want to
explain why
on earth this is. Yeah.
Like, the thing is, everybody of us know that you get to the second 9, after the 12th, 13th hole, you feel a bit down, and then most people start eating a Snickers or something like that, and then 2 hours after that you just feel terrible. It's stupid. So what a good thing is I know that it sounds weird, but
it does. Yeah, tastes weird too.
It does. So on the first 9 you only drink water, but on the second 9 fill your half bottle of water with a little bit Red Bull, and then sip on that on the back 9. This will give you a bit of energy, and you'll feel a lot better.
Not a bad idea actually. So you've got the caffeine for the energy, for your thoughts, for your mental game, bit of sugar, and diluted with water. So it's probably not.
It's not that bad at all.
Right. So take some nuts with you to snack. Point number 1.
Nuts.
So water first 9 and water and Red Bull makes your second 9.
We've got water first 9 and then just pour that into here on the second.
And of course the Eat Natural bars, which
the most important.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I hope that helps you on your nutrition. So that's the end of our podcast for this week. Thanks for joining us again. We're going to be back next week with some awesome tips in 2010. So have a happy new year, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Walt.